Alright, so here today we got something very cool. We actually finally have some information on Simulation Room from the devs themselves. This is similar to like back then when Solar Raid released. I made a video where we got to see what Solar Raid was about, and we didn't know anything other than like monsters or raptors in a way, and we have to beat the raptor. That's it. We didn't know ranking, we didn't know any of that stuff, but here today they released us a nice little infographic telling us what to expect in the mode, what to do, and the rewards associated. This is now finally official information. The mode comes out sometime later today, either at reset or beyond that, so I'll keep you updated when it comes out, but right now I have no idea. I have to check the timings. I don't know when it drops, so let's jump into this. Like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's check it out. So we have the tweet over here, Simulation Room Overclock Mode Beta, okay? Challenge yourself at the new high difficulty mode of Simulation Room Overclock Mode Beta by configuring additional options. The higher the difficulty, the better the rewards. This event will again last 1:16 to 1:30, as apparently it's just in beta. Hopefully, again, I get it, it's a beta, just hoping devs make it permanent afterwards. Okay, we'll go with that. We also have a part 2 to the tweet over here saying, as this is the beta version, please approach our customer service center for any feedback and suggestions. Join via lobby arc Simulation Room, participation criteria, clear Simulation Room, difficulty 5, sector C. So if you have any issues with the mode, if you don't like the mode, if you have any gripes, any issues being, reward level, content based, like, oh, this is not enough, we definitely need to fix these modes of it, this part of it, or this is just trash entirely, let them know honestly how you feel about it. Again, I personally am very hyped for this. I'm hoping it's going to be really good, but we will see. I'm going to keep my expectations tapered just because I don't want to get overhyped on this and get depressed. Simulation Room Overclock Mode Beta. In Overclock Mode, commanders can set up and engage in battles of increased difficulty, far beyond those you experience in the normal Simulation Room. Here is a simple guide for commanders. After clearing Simulation Room difficulty 5 sector C, click the icon below to start the overclock mode. So start overclock right there. It will then open up something called core ratio. Again, core ratio is the basic way to get buffs and debuffs, right? To get a higher score in a way. Nikke's level 400 or above will remain at 400. So if you're suffering from that, they're going to remain at 400. This option cannot be changed. So again, you can go through all this stuff over here and pick the debuffs and buffs you want. Prepare for Simulation Room. Nikke's level 400 again, or above, will be pushed to 400. It's a fixed number, okay? So again, pick these things over here. First, commanders need to select overclock mode options. Each type of option has one of the following 3 main characteristics. So we have here combat condition restrictions, Nikke weakening, rapture strengthening. So again, buffs for the raptures, debuffs for you. So that's how it's going. Similar, if you've played, I don't know if you've played Tower God New World, it's kind of similar to that, where it's like that new ignition weapon system, where you debuff yourself, buff them, and you just try to get a high score in there while all that's happening. And the higher the buffs you apply to yourself, or again, buffs to them, debuffs to yourself, the higher that amount is, they'll then pay out accordingly, correct? So that's your whole goal here. It does say best record is ratio 0, so I'm guessing your whole goal is to reach ratio 5, and you get max rewards. I'm guessing that's it. But we also have these icons over here for everything. The higher the difficulty can be increased by choosing higher level options. However, you can only choose one option per type. So there's that. Detailed explanations of options can be viewed when selecting them. So again, we have the options over here. I do have like a list of them. I don't have the image for it. I just have like the text written down. So it's like at the start of the battle, like this is an example, right? Enemy weapon up 1 through up 4. So 1 to 4 of these buffs, it's 15%, 20%, 25%, and 30%. It's going to increase the attack of raptors accordingly to those percentages, right? So there's many of these, like defense. The defense of each raptor is increased from 10% to 70%, that being level 1 to 4. Then again, now enemy vitals up at the start. Max HP goes by 20, 35, 25, and yeah, at the end it's 35, so that's what I'm trying to say. So again, 1 through 4. So there's so many of these types of buffs where it's enemy HP up, enemy attack up, enemy defense up. So realize that's what it's going to look like, yeah? And then on top of that, I showed you in the last video, they're going to, before this, a while before this, right? Guess what? They're going to like remove characters like Blanc. Like, you know, there's like a restriction for that. There's a restriction for Litter. There's a restriction for Red Hood. There's a restriction for the new Scarlet, right? There's so many characters in here also that are getting restrictions. So if you pick those buffs, realize that your team will have to change. So pick the buffs accordingly, go through everything. It's also a lot of code-based debuffs and buffs where it's like hurting a specific code. Just make sure you're writing the right code. Otherwise, yikes, right? But that's there. So that's what they're going for with that. After selection is done, on the top of the interface, you can view the current expected power and best record. We have the BIOS settings over here. The subsequent process will be the same as in the normal simulation room battles. The core ratio will be determined based on your choice. You can select one option per type, okay? And then again, that's the ratio you have to increase, I'm guessing, yeah? The higher the difficulty, the more rewarding the prizes are. You can only select one option per type. Was it expectation ratio? Expected power 147476, dude. Oh my god, this is gonna be a blast, bro. There is apparently no CP penalty, so if you're not reaching CP, you'll be fine, correct? But you do want to be close relatively to at least make sure you can get through it, right? So there is that. Then it shows the rewards over here. I kind of showed you like the max rewards. I don't know if I have that image still, but I don't have it on this thing open, but I have the number. I wrote all the stuff down, so I knew this when I recorded my guide tomorrow. What is the number? Let me see if I have it. So if you beat everything, I think it's 168 skill manual 1, 124 skill manual 2, skill manual 3 is 60, it's 84 burst manual 1, burst manual 2 is 62, and 30 burst manual 3. So that's what it looks like. But it shows you some of the rewards over here, final reward, and then final reward down here. For the, again, basically the event you're farming, the overclock material, right? So that is what it's going for. The main gripe in my last comment section was mainly that people didn't like the rewards being paid out that poorly. They want a lot more rewards for like the effort they're putting in. Curious if that's a complaint they'll take and run with. They are buffing it, so they're like, oh, you're already getting enough from us. But I am curious. If the rewards are little to you, let me know. I'm very curious. And if you don't like them, let them know. They told you to contact them via the what is it, account? What was the thing they told? Customer service center. So let them know. Say like, I don't like this. Give us some more rewards for it. It's good mode, but we need some higher rewards for everything. But once you put like the ratios in or the buffs and debuffs in, you'll just go through it normally. So you want to at least, I'm guessing, gain a lot of buffs through this. So you want to play hard mode more often than normal mode. But if you are just like a complete beluga out here and you're already achieving level 400, maybe this is easy for you. But you can kind of see it's ratio 6 over here, and they're pushing 229. So if you've been playing for a bit, definitely this won't be like the hardest, I'm guessing, but definitely it's not going to be easy. All right, I'm thinking that's the case, but we will see. I'm going to see if my account can actually do this, but I am pretty low on level, so okay, we'll see how that goes. But it looks pretty fun. This is the entire mode. It's on their Twitter if you want to go and read through it in like a perfect manner. I'd at least get some knowledge before jumping into it. It does release at some point later today. I don't know when. I don't know if it's at reset or a little bit after, but it should be coming out today, I think, because today's the 15th, yeah. So I think it comes out today. I have no idea. We'll find out soon, all right? Take care. Have fun. That's been it from me. And yeah, peace out and enjoy, and hope you guys all have a fabulous day. That is Overclock mode beta, first kind of details, in a way. Official details, yeah? Sound good? Cool.